Alright, okay, so in this video, I go through every single Bloxburg hotkey. Now, if you do enjoy this video, then please make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, it would be much appreciated. And also, thank you so much for 500 subscribers, and let's get right into this video. Mic test. I should probably record now. Hey everyone, welcome back to another amazing Bloxburg video. I don't know why it's amazing, but it's going to be amazing. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you or showing you, because there'll be clips on screen, of every single hotkey and like what it does in Bloxburg. And most of these are full build mode. As well as that, I just want to say a huge thank you for 500 subscribers. We're currently on like 505, which is absolutely crazy. We hit 500 yesterday. It's amazing. Thank you so much. And let's get into the actual video. Now, so this first one isn't for build mode, but I'm fairly certain all the rest of them on this list are for build mode. So when you're interacting with something, like you want to, like, okay, say you're doing a pizza delivery job and you wanted to give the pizza to the actual person, instead of just clicking on them, like pressing give pizza or whatever it is, I don't know what it actually says, you can just go up to them, press E, and then just go straight away instead of having to click on them and doing stuff. The second one is when you are in build mode. Obviously the rest of these are going to be for build mode, I'm fairly certain. I'll mention if not. But if you press G, it will bring up the delete menu. So when you go to press the little bin in the corner and you click on something, it will delete it, or you could just press G and click on it instead. It's a lot quicker than going down clicking normal buttons like normal people. You know, this next one I think will be fairly helpful to like a lot of people that take screenshots of their builds or like post them in places. If you press H on your keyboard, it will actually get rid of the grid, so you won't have the grid thing, like, you know, those white lines that go up and down, the grid. It will actually get rid of the grid, which is fairly helpful. I've used it quite a lot for screenshots in things on like Twitter and everything. Talking of that, go follow me down below. We just hit 120 followers. Thanks so much. Now, Bloxburg recently added the resize tool. I say recently, in the last update, like a month ago now. I don't know when the next one's going to come out, to be honest. It should be fairly soon. They added the resize tool, and basically if you click a V instead of the actual button in the corner, it will bring up the resize thing for you. Now, if I do get any of these wrong, I'll be correcting them on screen, because obviously I don't know exactly what all of them are, but I will find out for the clips that are going to be on screen. And whilst we're on the topic of the resize tool, I have a little tip. If you want to know all the objects that are resizable, basically, okay, well, if you're in the decorate tab and you want to know everything that's resizable in the decorate tab, click on the all button thing and type in resize into the little search bar, and you will get every single item in a list that are resizable, instead of having to like go place them and attempt to resize them, then realize that they're not resizable. Now, you've been able to copy things in Bloxburg for a while now, so most people probably will know this hotkey by now, unless you don't really keep up with any of that, which is, you know, fair enough. But if you click C on your keyboard, it will bring up the copy button. It will basically press it for you, like all of these hotkeys will, and then you can go copy whatever you want to copy, and then you can place it or whatever. Now, this next one isn't really a hotkey, but if you grab your mouse, you can actually rotate things with your mouse by literally holding down one of the, is it left or right button? I don't know, it'll be on screen. If you hold down one of those buttons and you move your mouse along, it will actually rotate it. If you're like moving your mouse around and you're holding it down, it will rotate the object that you have selected whilst you're placing it or moving it, or, you know, whatever. Which brings us nicely onto the next one. So if you knew what the mouse one was and didn't know how to rotate it otherwise, you can literally click R, and basically it depends on what your grid size is on how much it rotates. Okay, so in Bloxburg you have the arrows on the right hand side, which are like a back arrow and a forwards arrow. Now, if you press Ctrl Z, it will actually undo it, so it will press the back arrow for you, and it'll basically undo what you just placed or what you've just edited or painted or whatever. Which is the same as the next one, which is Ctrl Y, which will actually redo it. So basically, if you undo something and then you undid the wrong thing, you can redo it, which is fairly helpful. Most of you probably know these ones, but Q and E actually rotate your camera around. Now, you can also use your mouse. I prefer to use my mouse. It really depends what I'm doing. If I'm trying to, you know, do detailed things, then I'll use Q and E, which, you know, again, it turns your camera around on what you can see. Now, Q makes it go left and E makes it go right, obviously, because on keyboard it's like Q, W, E. W makes it go forwards, etc. Now, this next one I rarely use, but I know it might be helpful to some people. If you press I and O on your keyboard, it will zoom in or out. I believe I is in and O is out. because that kind of makes sense, but I don't actually know which way around that is, but again, it'll be on screen. Now, if you wanted to take a bird's eye view screenshot, like you see all those photos on Twitter of people taking like a bird's eye view of like screenshots, all you have to do is you hold down spacebar and it will actually give you like a view that looks down onto whatever you've built, which is pretty cool. And whilst you're holding down spacebar, if you click on the little chat option where you type in, where you chat, it will actually keep it like that so that you can do whatever you want, really. And I believe if you right click off of it as well, you can still move around and it will keep on holding down spacebar for you, technically. Now, obviously, people paint things in Bloxburg all the time, like when you go change the colour of things, that's technically painting it. And a hotkey to open that menu up is actually F. You just simply click F and it'll allow you to paint things easily. Now, some keyboards won't have this, like if you've got one of the smaller ones that don't have the numpads on the end. But what you can do with these, if you press the page up button and page down button, it'll actually like move you up that level of floors. So if you press page up, obviously it'll go down, page down, it'll go down a floor level on what you're like editing and what you're doing. Now, this isn't a hotkey, but you can actually move yourself and your mailbox around. If you're trying to build something where you're standing, you can actually move it off to the side slightly, like off to the edge, which is, it's fairly helpful if you know, again, if you're building something like right in the center and your mailbox is there. All you have to do is click on your mailbox whilst you're in build mode and just move it off to the side. I don't know how many people know about that, but I only actually figured that out like a few months ago, which is not very good, really, but I only figured that out a few months ago, and I don't know how many people know about that, so there you go. Also, I really want to know how many people knew all of these, or like how many you knew, so please comment down below on how many you knew. This doesn't make any sense at all. I'm genuinely just curious on which ones you knew, because I know. Kind of cool to know. Whilst we're on the commenting subject though, please comment down below some 500 sub special video ideas that you want to see, because I want to do a video on it. We hit it yesterday and I still don't have any video ideas for 500 subs, so you know, if you have any ideas, then please tell me. And again, thank you so much for 500 subscribers. It really is like genuinely appreciated, so thank you. And this is now going to be the end of the video. So if you have enjoyed, then please make sure to go to the description. We have Roblox merch if you want to go buy that. Follow me on Twitter, join my Discord server. All of those, go check it in the description. And, you know, like, comment, subscribe. All those amazing things. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.